Ready when you are.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Totally VR Podcast. I'm your host, Controser, here with my friend Flat. Say hello.
Hello, everyone. It's me.
And sadly, our third host, Zycu, is not here today because
He
he.
fell down some stairs.
Oh no! He did not fall down some stairs though. Not this time. No, he's on CQ, which is a military thing. Basically, he's in charge of monitoring the quarters or the living spaces and making sure
I,
no one's doing bad things. So
yeah, he's gonna watch a lot of anime or something. I don't know.
24 hours of just sitting at a desk. Gotta love it. But someone's
That
got to do it.
sounds very boring.
Yeah, it is what
So,
it
so
is.
like, what do they just pick someone out like all the
Oh,
time to do it?
yeah,
Like, is it just like a,
it's
a
totally
lottery?
random. It's usually you get two people. Depends on how big the barracks and stuff are, but typically they take two soldiers, one soldier, one NCO, which is a leader. So people who are like sergeants or staff sergeants, and then like a specialist or private or something. And then that's your shift for that day, and then they'll just kind of cycle people out. So you might do it once every few months, once every couple months. But
Oh, that's not too bad.
yeah, it's not terrible, and you
You
get
just fart
comped the
around
day
with a friend for
after.
like several hours.
Yeah, you get comped the day after, so it's not too big of a deal. And usually, what happens is, if your NCO is nice, not all of them will be, but if your NCO is
Oh.
nice, they'll be like, "Hey, we'll take turns. You can be here for the first 4 hours, and then I'll take a 4 hour shift, and you come back for 4 hours, so you can go take naps and
Dang,
stuff.
based.
But it's
I
not.
should get into the
Oh
military.
my god, don't do that. But not all of them are like that. Some of them are like, hey, we're gonna be here both together the entire time, and you're not allowed to fall asleep.
And
So
I'm gonna stare at you hard.
stare at you. You better not get on your phone at all. You know.
Yeah. If
So
I see a single phone, it's
yeah, it
over.
just depends on
I
who
can be
your
on my
leadership
phone
is.
though.
A lot of times, if you're the specialist, they'll be like, all right, we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna take the shift, and then you're gonna go sweep the entire barracks, or you're gonna go mop the entire barracks, or something like that. And then while you're sitting there mopping, they're just chilling, and then you come back, and they're like, all right, I'm going to my break now, and then you're stuck sitting at the
Dang.
desk. So, like I said,
Bruh.
it completely depends on who you're there with. So, but it is a shame. I'm sure he's missing being a part of these conversations as well. But we'll
Yeah,
we'll
us
we'll
yapping
trudge
about
through.
nonsense.
Yeah. So I hope you've been doing well. Has anything crazy been going on in your life recently, Flat?
No, really nothing. Like, honestly, everything has just been relaxed, and that's how I prefer things, is nothing happening and everything staying exactly the same.
Wow,
When
what a
things
shock.
change, that's when I go crazy.
Yeah, we actually did a huge upheaval recently of our apartment.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, we just got a
Are
brand
you
new
like
couch.
moving stuff around?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you got a new couch? What'd you do with the last one?
It's still here. We have the. I had a love seat. Nothing too crazy. A little cheap love
A
seat from
love seat. Were y'all
IKEA.
loving on
Oh,
it?
hey, what's up, Corona? Glad to see you in the chat.
Hello, Chrono.
But yeah, so we had a love seat, and it was very fun. It was a nice little couch, but it just wasn't very big, and it wasn't very good for social groups trying to come over because it's just two chairs. So we were looking for better options for when we have guests over and stuff. And then she really wanted a sleeper sofa, one that you can pull out and make a bed for if we have guests that stay over longer periods of time.
That's right. I have actually heard like you hanging out with like other people coming over actually.
Yeah, yeah. We actually have some people from the community coming over this next month. So it's gonna be very fun.
Mm-hmm.
So we were looking for one of those, and just so happened there was an older woman who lived on the third floor of an apartment complex that had a sleeper sofa that was a queen
She
size
just gave it to you guys for free?
for free.
Wow, I love old ladies.
They were just like, you can have it for free. All you got to do is move it because I can't move it. So if you can take it out of
That
here, it's
sounds like
yours.
something they would say for sure.
And
Yeah,
it's
old ladies
nice.
like
The
that
only
for
thing is,
sure.
it's got some smells. So because she smoked, so we're gonna have to figure out how to get rid of
Oh,
that. But I mean, it's
nasty.
a clean couch. It just has the scent. So
Well, that should come out after like some time being there, as long as you guys like
yeah,
clean you
I've
like
heard about
regularly.
I've heard about like ozone cleaners or ozone
What the frick is an
creators.
ozone cleaner?
It's like a it's a little generator that generates ozone that you can use to basically like completely sterilize smells in an area. So it's not healthy for you to use if you're in the room with it, but if you like bag a device up with the couch, you can turn it on and apparently it'll just completely eradicate the smell in hours.
Brother, all you need is like a can of Febreze. I can get you some if you
Well,
need some.
there's
Like
Febreze, but that just covers the smell. It doesn't remove the smell. You know what I mean?
just as God intended.
Ah, yes, yes. I remember doing that in the military myself when I was trying to cover up the smell of black mold.
Yes, yes,
Ooh,
yes.
yeah. So yeah, we did
Anyways,
that, and then we
yes.
also got a new bed, because a friend of ours had a queen size, and we had a full size, and he was like, "You want it?" And I was
Dang,
like,
you guys are just taking furniture from everyone. Are y'all just like y'all are remodeling the whole place?
"Not the whole place, just small bits here and there, the major furniture." But it is nice, good to have some new stuff in there, and cats are starting to get adjusted to it, so that's always good.
Cats are so awesome.
Yeah,
Best animal.
but unrelated to that, there was some major news that just happened. Probably the only major news that just happened recently.
Well, before we get into that major news,
Oh,
let
you
me
know.
invite everyone to join our community. You can be here in our audience of our Totally VR podcast. You can join us at discord.gg/TVR. We have these every other Sunday. This is our current one. Unfortunately, like we said, Zycu is no longer with us. No, I mean, I don't
Oh
mean like
my
he's dead or
god.
anything. I mean,
He's not
as we
with
were
us at
saying
this
earlier,
time.
yes, he's no longer with us at this time. But next time you'll probably likely see him here. You can come in, ask him questions, whatever you need to. Otherwise, you can join us at our events. We hold events weekly on VR chat and other games. You can join us on VR chat using the group code TVR.2006. Please
Yes.
join us then time.
And if you are here live, feel free to pop some messages in the chat. We have the chat here at the bottom, as you can see. So we're welcome to take questions from anybody or add your input. It's always good to see more inputs on things. So
Yes. Now
the
the
plug.
big news.
Yes, the big
Well, yeah.
news.
Now that we got the plug out the way, now it's on to the actual news we're here for.
So Meta, aka Facebook, aka Mark Zuckerberg, and his little baby, uh,
Yes.
just made huge shifts in their market last week, or the last couple weeks, which was cutting a lot of their funding for VR and putting a lot of their funding into AI, specifically AI glasses.
Which
And
makes sense for them because of how much money they were losing with VR.
yes, but the caveat to that, which just recently happened, is they're now shutting down Horizons, which is basically their metaverse.
Yep. The thing they pretty
The
much were
thing that
naming
they
their whole
named their
company
whole
after.
company after is now shutting down. And it had a rocky journey. I'm not gonna lie. It started out with the models
Interesting.
not
It started
having
off
any
interesting.
legs, and they tried showing it off. I think there was a picture of Mark Zuckerberg and his avatar in front of the Eiffel Tower in the middle of a
Oh yeah,
field.
that very classic one. The very
Yeah,
classic iconic one. Yeah, then
and
they did show off at like when it was I think it was when it first released, they showed like him and one other girl with legs, but that was actually just him mocap them mocapping
yeah,
legs
they
on.
mocapped it. They didn't even actually have leg tracking, and it's just been a whole thing. It's basically like VR chat, but for adults who
But
are
worse.
babies.
Yeah, so VR chat but worse.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like it's very toned down. It's very minimalistic. They tried to make it as this huge thing, like you will come here to do your work. You will come here to have your meetings. You will, and then it was never adopted at all in
It
that way.
never made it to that. Never made it
Yeah,
to
it
that.
was more of a niche thing, and it just didn't really catch off. I was like, that would be really cool as a concept. I would love to not have to walk into my work and just hop into a VR headset at my house, but I don't want to do
Yeah,
it through Facebook or Meta, which I think played a major part as well. But
exactly. Because they do a lot of evil stuff. I would love to show up to my workplace in my anime girl avatar.
oh my god, could you imagine if that just became a norm and nobody batted an
Oh my
eye?
god. Brother, haven't you played or haven't you seen or slashed read Ready Player One?
Oh, I have. I have. I haven't read it, but I've seen the movie, and I've also seen Cyberpunk with the way they do some things, and you know Rick and Morty had the AI, the VR goggle head thing. I forget what
Oh yeah,
what it was
it.
called.
I can't remember it either. It's been so long since I've watched Rick and Morty, like
Yeah,
4 or
same.
5 years.
I probably stopped around season 4 and I just haven't caught back up.
Yeah, I
Eventually
think
I
I
will.
stopped after like I think halfway through season 3. I was just so sick of it. I'm like, I'm done
Yeah,
watching this
I
shit.
remember Rick going to jail, and then I was like, all right. And then I was waiting for the next season, and then I just kind of fell off, and I never heard anything about it. And then I found out it was like 3 seasons later, and I was like, oh, well, I'll catch up eventually, and then I never did.
Yeah, that is how it be. Kind of how it was with me actually too. I think I distinctly remember Rick going to jail and not really. I think that might have been actually where I stopped was him going to
Hmm.
jail, and then seeing like a billion Mortys, and I'm like, this isn't really interesting anymore.
Yeah. I mean, we all have a time that we fall off things, but metaverse is it's crazy to think just how quickly that popped up and then that went away. I mean, it's not as bad
It
as
was
like
2022, right?
I
Like when it
think
started, like
I'll look it up
2022.
real quick, but it definitely was quick. Let's see, Meta, not Heta, Meta
I think they
Horizons
were trying to get into it when like,
release
COVID was
date.
keeping people inside. Maybe that was like an idea with them.
I look up release date, and then everything is talking about how it's shutting down.
That does not help.
Nope, that's not Horizon Worlds. Let's see, December 2021. That's when it came
Ah,
out.
so it was about a year before that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so it
it's
was about
crazy.
that time when everyone was locked inside. So
It
maybe
definitely the funny thing too is like it came out years after VR chat. Like VR chat was already doing this. They had, all this time to really pump it up and be like, "Hey, look, this is our new thing. We got you can make your own stuff." And then Meta is like, "Hey, here's avatars that you can customize and pay for assets to put on them."
that
And
does not help with people wanting to come to and do stuff with your content.
yeah, yeah.
Did they learn nothing from Concord that came like 3, 4 years
Afterwards,
after?
man, it that was another thing unrelated, but Concord and what was the new one that just
High
dropped?
guard,
High
high
Guard,
guard.
which oh my god, it's like you got Overwatch and you got High Guard. They're exactly the same name, just
Yeah,
different
they.
wording.
I always wondered why they thought it like why they named it that way because they knew people would draw the
The conclusion
comparisons.
comparisons, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
They definitely set themselves up for failure, and it's so sad that the market nowadays, and this is probably true for the Horizons as well, because I mean, at least they stayed around for a few years, but they see that things aren't working the way they want, and instead of going, "Is there a way we can improve this?" they just go, "Shut it down immediately."
yeah.
They
It
release a new
does
game, and it's like
stink.
it's been a week, and it didn't do as well as we want. It's only got 1 million people
And
playing it. Ah,
well, the problem with it sucks because when games come out that are like new IPs and like completely new
yeah,
like scenarios and something like innovative, it's great, but a lot of the time they come out like unfinished, which is not
yeah,
what, gamers really want. With Concord, it came out, it played really well. It's just it wasn't enough. It was something you had to pay for, whereas everything else was free. I mean, Overwatch is free at the time. Apex Legends, I think they're free. I don't know. And
yeah.
League of Legends, all these other games, they're
I mean, High
free.
Guard
And
was
then
free.
Concord is asking for and Highguard was free too. Concord wanted 40 of your bucks to not be good. So
Yeah,
yeah, there's that.
they had to issue a lot of refunds, which was crazy.
Yeah, they did. I think was it PlayStation that like took it down and
Yeah,
said
yeah.
we're just yeah
We're just gonna
okay.
refund you. Yeah, it's crazy. No, it's we're in an era right now that is very scary for the industry as a whole, just because of how much the AAA scene is focusing on these quick release, always online until we realize it doesn't get enough views or enough players in the first week, and then we shut it down kind of mentality, and they're burning through billions of dollars and going, why are we losing money? And it's like, well,
What
maybe if you
yeah.
paid attention to what the gamers are actually playing, like Hollow Knight and the Dark Souls and all those kinds of things, like they're not here for the slop that comes out anymore. They want
Yeah.
experiences that are fun, not visuals that are good.
Well, the problem is like these companies are putting a lot of money into like what is it? Frick, I forgot the term when they're like updating it like over
Live
its
service.
lifespan. Yeah, they're making all these live service games, but they don't understand that the gaming sphere is already oversaturated with live service games. And so they're
Yeah.
trying to pull gamers away from like very good live service games, and it's not working because why play like a live service games that's just starting? It doesn't have much content yet, but it's, pretty
Yeah.
okay when you could, I don't know, play Marvel
The one you've been playing
Rivals.
for hours,
Yeah, something like that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
it's one of those things like there's gonna be those lightnings in a bottle that are gonna catch people's attention and pull them away. But the odds of you becoming a new lightning in a bottle when there's already 7 lightnings in a bottle that are existing is very slim.
very low chance.
So, and that's why gamers now are not focused on those live service. They want experiences that they can sit down, play, enjoy, and then step away from. You
Well,
know.
that's why Requiem did so good, actually.
Oh yeah.
Capcom
Oh
is
yeah.
making a very good, not counting Monster Hunter Wilds, Capcom is making very good experiences that you can play
Yeah.
that are
Not
just
not counting
very
Monster Hunter
fun.
Wilds. Dear Lord.
And it's yeah, and it's not a multiplayer game. Resident Evil Requiem isn't multiplayer. It's just a single player fun game. And I hope the
Man.
rest of the game industry goes down that path. AAA game industry, at least.
On going on that Monster Hunter, very very briefly because we could probably talk about that for way too long.
Yeah.
I'm just so sad that the multiplayer wasn't like Rise or better than Rise. Because
Yeah.
World
They
came out.
they wanted to innovate backwards. What do you mean? They
Yeah,
did it.
yeah,
They innovated
yeah. They
backwards.
did it. They did it. They're in reverse. They're in reverse, Terry. But no, it's legit. Like, hey, it's super convoluted and hard as shit to get to play with your friends. And it's like, oh, cool. And they're like, here's Rise. You just invite them over and you can just play. And you're like, hell yeah, upgrade. And they go, all right. And convoluted as shit, you need 7 different menus to be able to have your friend join in only half of the game. And you're like,
Yeah,
oh,
bro, shaking my head. Dark Souls had this shiz down. Just get your freaking white soapstone, put that shiz on the
oh my
floor,
god. I wish that was
wait
better
4 hours
too,
for
but
the service to realize you're in this same area as your friend, then hang out on Dark Souls.
yeah. You got to start using those passwords because the only way to really make a good quick jump in there.
Yeah,
Well,
and old Souls games.
now Metaverse might be shutting down their services, but they got it, or for the Horizons, but they have a new service that they're starting up in replacement.
Oh, really? It must be something very good.
Oh yeah, on Facebook, which that should say a lot already. They are now implementing a new AI feature that will allow it for anyone who you are friends with that has either passed away or has left the service for a long enough period of time can now have AI pretend to be them and make posts on their page.
Wow, how horrific. Please tell me more.
Imagine this: you're sitting there, you lost your grandma. Your grandma was on Facebook because she was hip and cool. She was one of those neat grandmas that was into technology. She
Yeah.
passes away after 3 years of being on Facebook. Then they go, "Hey, you miss your grandma, don't you? How about we make your grandma send you a message?"
God, that is terrible. Like, imagine you're just trying to get over like the loss of your grandma that you did so much stuff like in real life with. Like you just hung out with her every day. You go to the park with her, and you just get like a a conversation with her. Like she just says, "Hey, darling, want to go to the park today?" And you're just sitting there like, "Well,
Ouch. Yeah.
grandma, you're dead."
Yeah. No.
Horrible, absolutely horrible.
I don't know what made them think this was going to be a good idea. And the fact, like,
I don't know.
for instance, I quit Facebook. I straight up deleted everything. But let's say that I just said, you know what, I'm not deleting everything, but I'm done with Facebook. I'm leaving it. And I'd stop posting for years. And then they go, oh, well, Controser has not talked to you in a while. People might miss him saying things, so we're just
They're
gonna
gonna
post for
revive your
him.
shiz like
They're just gonna post
Frankenstein.
for him, and then they start pretending to be me. That doesn't sound like a bad idea at all. That definitely
Oh
won't lead
man,
to
it's
even
just
more
so
scams
gross.
since they're letting AI take control over profiles.
Yeah, that's just oh man, I can't understand how they could just do that. It's such a touchy subject. I mean, for maybe
Yeah,
like a select group of people, they would want to do that, but
and
like
it should
the
be
vast
something that's like
majority,
an
they really
opt-in,
would not.
and it should be only the person whose account it was can opt in.
Yeah. Uh, man,
But
that's
it,
horrible news. Thank you for
yeah.
telling me this.
You're welcome, everybody. Hello, they're back at it again. New stuff.
Yay.
It's not meta anymore. It's now AIF. No, I don't know.
Yeah, that nah, they'll probably keep meta just
They'll
because
probably keep
they've spent
meta.
too much money on it.
Imagine if they rebrand it yet again because they
Back
just
to
moved
Facebook or
away.
what?
Oh, they would not go back to Facebook. They had
It's way too old.
the whole reason they shifted away from Facebook to Meta was because of the legal battles that they were in.
They were in they oh yeah, I mean
Oh yeah, they were in a
they were in a
lot.
couple, I didn't know how
They were in
many.
a lot of legal battles because of them selling people's data and stealing people's data
Oh,
through
that. Oh, I
Facebook.
know about that. Yeah.
And because of that, they were like, "Well, we're not Facebook anymore. Facebook is just a thing we have. Now we're Meta, so you
Bro,
guys can't
imagine if
touch
you could
us
just get
anymore."
away from crimes by just changing your name.
Yeah, that's basically the kind of thing they did because what their goal was not to have the astigmatism of Facebook being attached to everything else that they were trying to do new. They're like, well, Facebook's just a thing now. It's not us. We're Meta. We manage all these things. We're not the same as that company over there. That was just us, but with a different name. You know, that's why they did the name change.
Yeah, they put on another mask. They're like, no, 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 it's not Facebook behind the mask. It's Meta.
It's Meta. We're different. We take even more of your data.
Yeah, we take more data. We just, sometimes tell you. We sometimes ask you before we take it, but we'll still take it.
Yeah, gotta love it.
Yep.
Well, you had noticed on the VR chat Reddits that there has actually been a new update within Unity in the newer Unities.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. So there is Unity is using a new rendering shader, like a rendering pipeline, a shader rendering pipeline. They're actually so they're deprecating the one that VR chat is using. That's what it is. So they're deprecating BIRP, which I don't know what that stands for, but it's the rendering pipeline that VR chat's using. So Unity is no longer going to be supporting that one, and they're going to be supporting something new. And well, VR chat's kind of in a weird situation because now they're stuck with this one in their over a decade old game. So where are they going to go from here? If they update to the newest shader rendering pipeline, then that's going to pretty much ruin like every world, every avatar, require everyone to pretty much update. And
All the
I don't think
shaders, yeah.
yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, so basically my mentality is it's going to go one of three ways. Either they're going to do like the upgrade from 2 to 3 for the Avatar SDK, where they're going to have it kind of be a split between the both. They'll update to the latest version of Unity using their previous architecture, but also incorporating the new one. And then they'll be like, hey,
Uh-huh.
here's an SDK 4. You're going to want to move to that one, but we're still going to support 3 for a while. And then after a year or so, then they'll shift to the new one. And that'll be the most likely scenario, in my opinion. It probably won't happen anytime soon. Probably like 5 years from now,
Yeah,
4 years from
that's going to
now.
be a good long while before then.
But that'll
I
be the
mean,
goal. That'd be the direction I believe it'll happen. The other way is they'll get up to the newest update that can use their pipeline, and then they'll stop. And then if they do want to go to another pipeline, then they'll go, here's VR Chat 2, or whatever they want to do next. But I feel like doing that would split their user base.
yeah, it's gonna be tough to move everyone to a VR chat too, because like it would 100% split the
Yeah,
the
Blaze.
player base, and there's gonna really not be much content on VR chat too, because
No, yeah.
they gotta wait for user generated content.
It's
So,
basically going to be like making Chill Out VR, but with VR chat's branding, and then going, "Hey, you want to play that instead?"
have you ever thought about it though? Like actually having a VR chat too with like so much updated everything. It could be like was you were talking about a feature in like a different game where if you were popping to another world, it would load it in the background and then just like
Yeah,
whenever you're
yeah.
ready to like move you through. Like what if they just made a VR chat too with all sorts of features like that?
They could
Do
still
you
do it
think it'd be
within
enough
VR Chat
for
1, but they would have to
they
if they
could?
really want they could, yeah. I'm pretty sure the Chill Out VR, which is the game you were talking about, uses a very similar pipeline to VR Chat because you can just copy and paste things over from VR Chat to Chill Out with a
Oh.
few minor adjustments. Like you can't use the VRC avatar descriptor, but you can use theirs. Um, and I'm trying to remember. I think it could be done. I'm not a developer though, so I don't have a good understanding of how to make that happen or what it would entail to make that kind of thing happen. I would love to see
Yeah.
features like that. Now, if they were to make a whole VR chat 2, what would I like to see instead? Um Maybe Unreal as opposed to
Oh,
Unity.
I don't know though. I like Unity. I know how to work in
No,
Unity. I don't
yeah,
know how to
that's what I'm
work in
saying. It would be an
Unreal.
even worse idea to completely shift people out of the same architecture. Um, but then you got to wonder, would the benefits of Unreal outweigh Unity for the creator community stuff? My biggest concern in that regard would be how Unreal 5 has been handling a lot of things, and you see how games are just absolutely crashing from all the unoptimized assets that they've been using.
I think that's more of an issue with the developers making
No, and that
unoptimizing their
you're
game because
absolutely
Unreal 5
right.
is good.
Yes, you're
Just has needs people who
absolutely
know how to
right.
optimize.
And that's the other issue is how often do you
Oh,
see
that you
people in
think
our
people are gonna make
community that
really
optimize things?
unoptimized stuff? Oh yeah, that it would be like a million times worse compared to now.
Yeah. So I fear that we're gonna have more issues like that if we were to move to a platform that encourages people to do things unoptimized. Like, hey, you don't even need to worry about how many polys you have. You can have a bajillion because it'll just render it the way it's supposed to. And it's like, that's not how it
Oh
works.
no. Not the 1.8 million triangle freaking e-boy coming into my lobby.
Yeah. I've seen some bad
400
ones.
texture memory.
I had a friend back when I was in the Uganda Knuckles community that was a Uganda Knuckles, low poly, with
Uh-huh.
a 1 million poly 3D scan of an anatomical dinosaur skull on top of his head.
Brother. Bro, someone needs to tell him how to go into Blender and hit the freaking what
Decimate.
is that tool? Decimate. Yeah, someone needs to freaking tell him how to hit the decimate tool.
But he's
You
like,
could decimate it so much before it starts to really lose its form.
yeah, but he's like, but it looks so good. And it doesn't
It
pull
sure
it
does,
doesn't
brother.
remove your asset, or not your assets. He's like, it doesn't lower your game that much. And it's like, yeah, because you haven't put any crazy shader on it. But the moment you put a crazier shader on that thing, it's going to be a crasher.
Me loading in with my 1 million try dinosaur head.
Hi, guys. It is me, Dino Man. Feast upon my head because it's all you're going to see for the next 2 minutes because the game is going to take forever to load.
Yeah, honestly though, I like I said, I wouldn't even be surprised because I see like over a million polys on like e-boys and e-girls
Oh,
all
yeah.
the time on VR.
I went. I was looking through my avatars recently because the world hop that we did that you sadly had to miss.
Oh
We
yeah?
yeah we went to the very end of the world was something called health checkup, and
What's that?
it was a lobby that looked like a little doctor's office that had a bunch of different scales and boxes that you could stand on or stand in that would then determine how many polygons your avatar had. And
Brother,
you
how come
could,
you always go to the good worlds when I'm not there?
right? I just happened to find them. But literally, like, you could stick your arm into the box, and then it would see exactly how many polys your arm has, because your arm is in the bounding of it. Or if you
That's
stand
such
on
a
the
good
scale, yeah,
tool.
if you're standing on the scale, it'll show you all your polys, but only for what's currently loaded on your avatar. So if you have like 3 outfits, but you're only wearing one of them at the time, it'll only show you the polys for the one outfit on you. It was very
That's
neat.
so good.
And then I got to show everyone my 66,000 poly glove.
Oh, a glove. Yeah, I was gonna say like the only thing you have that's really poorly optimized is that glove until you like remade it, and
Yeah,
you like absolutely destroyed that thing. When it was over, you got like rectangles for like
dude.
fingers.
But my whole avatar was under 7,000 polygons, and it looked still pretty decent.
Yeah, true,
You gotta
true.
admit, it was
I'm gonna
worth.
admit it was good.
I could definitely
Yep.
up this. I could definitely up the polys a bit, but I was like, I want to make this thing so optimized that if you're on Quest, it's excellent, and I
You were
did.
also working at putting it in that contest too. Don't even try
Yeah.
and lie, brother.
No,
I know
no.
that was the main
That was the
goal.
main goal. I wanted to make it for the VR chat contest, and I finally did. And then the VR chat was like, "It's
And
not
they
original."
smacked you down. They smacked you down because they're like, we don't like that part of our community.
They're like, "You got it, Knuckles. Everyone does that. Get out of here.
Yeah, yeah,
We don't want to you on it, Knuckles as one of our public avatars." And I was like, "That's so sad. I could have been one of the cool
yeah.
ones."
Speaking of the community though, there's a certain something taking over everything, and it makes
Yes.
me not want to join my friends anymore.
Oh man, why do you not want to join your friends?
Because they're all playing fish. It's
Oh,
just fish.
it's all fish. Always has been. No, I can understand because every time that I pop on VR chat, it used to be I pop on VR chat and I see 3 people in like a cuddle me or something, and then I see 30 people on orange
Oh yeah,
or in private lobbies.
Truesies. So freaking
And I'm
Truesy.
just sitting here like, oh, come on. Just come hang out, do stuff. I'm literally on blue 98% of the time. And the only
Same.
time I'm not on blue is when I'm specifically working on a project in VR that I don't want people to come interrupt.
Yeah, I think you are like one of the only people on my friends list that is like on blue naturally. And
Yeah.
like I only have two things. I'm either on red or I'm on blue. Those are the only two I'm ever gonna be on. I never like go to green or orange. Cause
Yeah.
like I know if I don't want someone in there, it's red. If I want people in there, it's blue.
Yeah. Easy and done. And it's so fascinating to see because I know why so many people hide in those kind of statuses. Because back in the day
They're
there
doing
was
sussy
crasher,
stuff.
there was sussy
Oh.
stuff. Back in the day there was crashers and they don't want to be involved in community like public areas where people can cause problems, all these different things. And I sit here and I'm like, yeah, I get that. That's not really a thing anymore. It happens on the occasion, but it's so seldom now.
Yeah, very uncommon.
Especially when you have friends plus and group plus. Like you don't even need to worry about problematic people. And if you have problematic people that might join you, get rid of them. You ever think
Yeah,
about
most
that?
of the time you'll know because like if you run like Friends Plus or Groups Plus, they're just the person who isn't on your friends list because there's someone else's friend.
Yeah. And I've run into so many issues in the past because I used to be in close ties with people in those crasher scenes. And then I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this. And I wiped all of them out of my friends list. And lo and behold, I haven't had any problems since.
The Purge.
The purge. Yeah. I do purges once in a blue moon. Like when I first started
Yeah.
playing VR chat, I had over 1,000 friends. And I was like, I don't talk to 1,000 people. So I purged it down to like 150 to 200.
You didn't D rank? Well, I mean, you probably weren't because you
No.
were in so long, but yeah, I only have friends that I hang around like on my VR chat friends. I've got like 50 or so
And lo
like
and behold, VR
friends.
chat didn't do what Facebook did.
What?
Because when I was deleting Facebook, before I deleted Facebook, I started wiping out a bunch of different parts of it that I just did not like. Because they
Uh-huh.
started, it used to be you would go on Facebook and you'd see your friends, and then you'd see what your friends are saying. And then it turned into you go on Facebook and you see pages, and you see what pages are saying, and I was like, fuck this shit. I don't want to see this. I'm here to see what my friends are doing.
Yeah,
And so
that's the point of like a social
I
platform.
started removing pages, and I started like blocking pages and doing all this stuff. And it got so bad of them trying to force this in my face that I started seeing your friend liked a comment on this post from this page.
Dang, they were really trying to like get you in there
Yeah, they
somehow.
really wanted to shove it in my face. And at that point, that's when I was like, all right, I'm done with Facebook now because you're not being what I want you to be, and you're trying to force what you want on me. So I started wiping everyone off my list that I wasn't close with, and I took my friends list from like 400 to like 23.
Dang, base as
And
heck. Uh,
the moment I did that, I started going back on Facebook and then scrolling, and I would scroll for like a minute, and then Facebook will go, "Oop, you've reached the bottom of the feed. You need more friends to see more posts." And I was like, "Wow." And the moment that
it's just not
happened,
scrolling for like 4
oh
posts until you
yeah,
get like an ad or something.
yeah. I mean, that was before they really started doing that. This is back in like 2017.
uh,
And then that's when I was like, all right, you don't want me to see stuff from my friends, even though it's a timeline, and the timeline just suddenly stops after a couple
yeah,
days.
what the freak happened then, bro? Did
Yeah.
like was that the beginning of time itself?
So if you want me to see it because you want me to add more friends, then I will just remove you. And I sent a message saying, hey, if you want me to be still part of your life, here's my number. Please contact me. And then like 2 people did. So I was like, all right, good. And I
Dang.
deleted the rest.
This is why I never really got into social platforms like that. The only social platform I need in my life is just Discord, and that's because I have a direct line from my friend to my friends there.
Oh yeah,
Like I don't have
same.
Twitter. I never had I think I may have had Facebook for all of like 2 days
Yeah,
because something in school required it, and then I just immediately deleted my account afterwards because I don't like
God,
Facebook
I do that so
and I never
much.
used it.
Yeah,
But it is nice to not be a part of any social platform like Twitter or anything like that.
dude, the amount of mental fatigue you can get from things like that, it's so relieving when you're
Yeah,
not
it
dealing with
just
it.
makes you so depressed
Yeah,
too. Because the only thing that happens in there is just people talking about sad stuff or just fighting.
but you know what doesn't make me depressed?
What?
Fish.
Oh, bruh,
Taking it
brother,
back.
brother,
Now,
freaking fish.
I know that you're upset because you just see people in tons of fish, but there are great benefits. I've seen a lot of the people that I see on orange now on green because they're fishing and they want people to talk to while they do it. The thing about fish that I really enjoy is even if you're not fishing, it's a great social spot to just have something to do while you talk with people. And the fact that it's got persistence built into it, so it's like, oh, I've been fishing for 2 hours and I've caught a lot of cool stuff and made a lot of good money. I'm gonna get off. And then you get off, and then 2 weeks later you get back on. And you're like, oh, I still have all this money, nice. And you fish for another 2 hours, and then you come back in 2 weeks and you fish for another 2 hours, and all of a sudden you got a really nice boat. And then you can use that really nice boat to cart your friends around and have more social conversations because they want to ride in your boat because your boat's cool.
Well, I would never argue that it's like worse than mirror dwelling
Oh no,
because it definitely it's better to be doing something with someone instead of just like
and having some
staring
kind
at
of
yourself
progress,
with
yeah.
yeah, exactly, having some kind of progress. Like it's great, it's just like it's everywhere.
Yeah, it is definitely taking over VR chat. And I think the reason is because there's just not other games like it. There are not very many good persistence games that actually have interaction to really deal with. Because you'll go in and you're like, oh, I'm playing uh what's the one that we do all the time? Probability Labs. I'm playing
Oh
Probability
yeah.
Labs. It's not persistent, but if imagine if it was. You go in, you play it, you get points, you leave, you come back, you have points, you play again. It's like, okay, well, that's about it. Doesn't change too much. Now I can have max thing the
You
moment I
might be
join.
thinking more like Terrors of Nowhere or something. There's a lot of PC like persistence
True,
games,
Terrors of
but
Nowhere is really good, but I think another reason Fish has gotten so well off the ground is because it's Quest compatible. It's
yeah,
even
yeah, yeah.
mobile
That's
phone
especially
compatible. So it's
that's
like,
crazy.
yeah, it's like, hey, do you want to enjoy something with everyone and not feel like you're locked out of talking to certain kinds of people, then Fish is the greatest place to go. Terrors of Nowhere is a great, but it's one of those like you're constantly having to be active in Terrors of Nowhere. You're constantly running around, keeping away from your friends because the monsters are chasing them. So the only time you really get to socialize is in between matches. Whereas this is like you're just always socializing. You're always hanging out. You're showing off cool things that you caught to the person right next to you because you're like, oh, look, I just caught this. And they're like, yo. And it's like, oh, I just caught a super secret rare. And it's like, what? That's like 0.005% chance. And, everyone's like losing their minds and stuff. And that's kind of the thing that's like, that's why people keep playing it. And they just haven't stopped playing it because it's just so addicting to relax and socialize
Yeah.
and still do something at the same time. I think that's what
Yeah,
VRChat's been missing.
There is a lot of stuff, like there's a lot of times where you can like talk with friends in Terrace, but it is nowhere near the amount of where it is like if you're just fishing with a friend, you're like literally standing completely still, just doing something that is like I said, that isn't looking at a mirror. So it is good. It is good. It's just, man, nobody wants to play Blackout anymore.
I get it. It's one of those things too, and I think this is especially within our own community. There are still the people who are like, I want to play Blackout every week, but more often than not, it's like you've done the same motions over and over and over again, and it's like, all right, I know this game inside and out. I've done this for years. Now what? Because I'm the same way. I'll play a game. I'll play a game for
game
2 or 3 years, and then I'm like, I want to do something else. And a lot of times I'll go, I want to do something else, and I look at my list and I'm like, I don't know what I want to play, But then you get that one thing that pops out that's new, and it's like, ooh, I'm gonna absolutely play the absolute shit out of this and have a lot of fun.
It'd help if there'd be more games coming out in VRChat though, because
yeah, I agree. I would love to see
it really
more.
needs some dedicated games, not just
and
pool.
I think the biggest issue is that they're relying entirely on their community to do it.
Oh, so you're saying they should get in the trenches and start making games?
Yeah.
Hey, has VRChat actually made like worlds other than like the Jumpstart worlds and like
they've made worlds in the past?
The main hub worlds. They've made just the hub worlds and
they
like
did,
your home world, and
they did a karaoke world. They did a well, it wasn't a karaoke world. It was an open mic night, so it was kind of like a stage.
Oh, open mic night! I love open mic night.
Yeah, that was done by
them.
They had made a world for when you crash. So anytime you crash, you go to that world.
Yeah, the one with the white box with
the white box. Like, oops, that's an error. So I mean, I'm making jokes, but they do have some worlds. It's just if you are building the building blocks to show what can be done, make something with your own building blocks to then inspire others. That's my thought process. And if they do that and they make like 2 games, maybe one game a year, that will
they just need to hire some creators, like like game creators, like hire Ostinho or one of the other, like
Jar or
one of them, and then just say, just make us a very good game. Here's all of our developer tools to do it.
Yeah,
and I'm sure they can make something crazy.
Yeah,
or they could just have maybe. Do you think having like a creator competition, like a game creator competition, would be
that could potentially
like the
work
perfect thing?
Because I've seen them do that with like avatar stuff, and then we get a bunch of different avatars.
Yeah, so, have they done with the world? Do you think? I know they
do competitions all the time. They do like the space competition where people make space worlds.
Oh, that's why there's so many space worlds.
Yeah, that's why there's a lot of space worlds, because
is that why we're in space right now?
Yeah, no, that's not why we're in space right now. But they did do competitions like that before, where it was like, here's a really cool space competition. Let's see what kind of space ideas you can come up with in worlds, and then we'll have a winner, and the winner will get like a month of VRChat Plus or something like that. And they've done that with different themes. Like they've done space, they've done horror. You know, anytime they do Halloween, they do a Halloween world competition, a Halloween avatar competition. So things like that. But I would love to see them do game stuff, just to
For
really
real.
push the community to make more interactive things in VR chat rather than just pretty things. Because pretty things are cool, but then you get bored of them.
Yeah. Well,
Some,
there's that.
yeah,
There's also one thing else. Uh,
yeah.
an open beta
Let me
coming
switch
out with some
switch
stuff.
this on.
There's a
Yeah.
lovely video we get to watch just for it.
Yeah, so we're going to quickly watch this. I'm going to stream it in the call as well for the people who are in the audience. This is from VR Chat themselves. This is a beta feature that they're currently working on. So we're going to watch this and probably pause every so often to make some comments.
Let's hecking go.
It's Straz from the community team. It's been a hot minute since we've had a developer
Living his
update
horns, by
video,
the way.
but we have something important
Yeah,
to
it's pretty
introduce
cool
today.
avatar.
Avatar accessories.
Let me make
Avatar
sure we're on the
accessories
highest
are
quality.
exactly what they sound like. They're accessories that you can put on your avatar. Think a hat or sunglasses, a halo, a tail, or, well, you get the idea. There's a lot you could do with a system like this, but let's just cut to it. Yes, you can put cat ears on any avatar. Or
No.
googly eyes. No, seriously.
Google eyes,
any
yes,
avatar.
thank goodness.
If you can use the avatar, you can throw accessories on it. It's simple.
Yes.
You just do it.
I
like
love
this.
this idea.
Click
I'm
the
so
accessory.
thankful they're doing something with this.
Okay, yes. First off, before we even get to the UI and stuff, thank God. I've been
Weren't we
needing a
talking
feature
about
like this.
this?
I have been requesting this kind of feature for years. Because there's so many times when I'm like, oh, I have this sword. I want to put this sword on my avatar. And then I've now got an avatar with a sword, a gun, ear toggles, mask toggle, a toggle for a necklace, all these different things. And then all of that bogs the avatar asset down. It makes the avatar
Yeah,
too large
it's a lot
and
heavier.
heavy, and I might only use a few things at a time. Whereas with this kind of system, I could make my avatar base and then leave it as a base and then throw assets that I build as files in the accessories and then just attach them to the avatar whenever I want.
Yeah, it's just gonna be so great because this is another way to help with optimization, and so people don't need to put the same thing on every single avatar they have, like if they just have ears.
Exactly.
As long as these are accessories or something like we can put into the game,
That is the
then it's gonna
next
help.
step. I'm seeing here 0 out of 5 accessories, and that's a little concerning.
That is very concerning. Let's just hope that's wait, that might just be the limit they set until you give them like $40, and then
That's true.
you'll get like one extra accessory.
Better not just be one extra accessory. I will lose my mind.
Then wham. Just like that, it's on your avatar. When you add an accessory to an avatar, it'll automatically create a look. Looks are just a combination of accessories plus whatever avatar you're wearing at the time. This way, you can quickly switch between different combos with essentially no friction. As a note, right now, you can have as many looks as you'd like. But hey, how much can you do with accessories?
Why do you say right now?
Because they are probably going to limit it depending on how successful it is.
Mhm.
Also, it seemed like you could have that 0 out of 5 was how many you could put on your avatar. It looked like
Oh, that might be
So,
what it is. Like only 5
it's not like
accessories
the
at a
amount of
time.
assets you can have in there,
Yeah,
which
that
also
would make
stinks. Why can't
it
I
would
put a
make sense, but
billion?
it kind of stinks. Yeah.
Yeah, only 5 is small.
The other thing that I would be interested about this is it looks like what it does is it just creates versions of your avatar that you can load into. I was more hoping it to be like you load your avatar and then you can just swap in and out accessories, like you can swap props.
Yeah.
Like I can just spawn the water gun prop or the bubble gun prop, and it's like that's cool. And then I'm not changing my avatar constantly. Whereas this looks like I'm still gonna be changing my avatar constantly, and then that's a bit concerning.
Ooh, do you think it's gonna like reload it? Because that's not gonna be very
That's
good.
what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if you switch from one outfit with accessories to another outfit with accessories, if that's going to then cause more loading time and lag.
No friction. As a note, right now, you can have as many
Right now,
looks as you'd
we'll
like.
charge you later.
But hey, how much can you do with accessories? Well, a lot. Move them around. Play with it a little. You can get more precise with the controls on the right side.
That's
For
nice.
some accessories, you'll be able
That
to
looks
adjust
so
various
good.
properties to better match your vibe. In order for an accessory to move correctly with your avatar, it has to be attached to a bone. Your avatar has a skeleton. That's how, well, it moves. By default, we attach accessories to the bone we think makes the most sense. So, for example, your head, hips, arm, whatever. If you click this button, you will see a new screen. This lets you attach an accessory to
What the hell
any
is that
of your
bone way off to
bones.
the right on
Once
his
you're
body?
done, hit save. But hey,
You see that super
you don't
logo?
have to limit yourself to
I
just
didn't, let me
one.
see it again. I could
Duplicate
tell
the
you.
same
I know
accessory
what
you
it
previously-
is. Let's see.
Hips,
Look
arm,
right here.
whatever.
What the freak is that? Yeah,
Hips,
I don't know what that is.
arm.
That is a bone
What is
for
that
sure.
bone? What is that bone doing over there?
I could not tell you.
Whatever. If you click this button, you will see a new screen. This lets you attach an accessory
I
to
don't know a
any
bone there
of
with
your
me, I'll say.
bones. Once you're done, hit save. But hey, you don't have to limit yourself to just one. Duplicate the same accessory you previously added, or add a brand new one. For now, you can throw a maximum of 5 accessories on your avatar.
Okay, so that's what that
But we're
number
still
is.
testing.
I can't make
so
to
that
make
number
a, make
may
a
change.
wiener.
Hit apply,
Oh
and you'll
my
jump right
God.
into that look. It's as easy as that. But wait, it gets even easier. You can access 9 of your less looks from the action menu.
Ooh, that
Of
loaded
course,
quick.
you probably have.
Oh, okay,
a
never
lot
mind.
of
It looks like
questions.
it's just
So off the rip,
only
we'll knock out
changing the
some we
accessories.
know you'll have. First, the big one. Who will get to make avatar accessories? To start, it'll just be us. However, we're already working with some community creators to build some accessories with us. We'll likely
Gotta open
privately
it to
invite
everybody.
more to collaborate with us moving
Yeah,
forward.
so I can make wieners.
As far as opening
and-
the system up beyond that, well,
Yeah, but-
we're still talking about it. To be precise, it's something that we'd like to do, likely in a system similar to the Avatar Marketplace. But there's a few questions we need to answer first.
No, not the marketplace.
Yes,
Stop right
the
there.
marketplace. They're going to make it so we can buy stuff. That's why they're not. I don't think they're gonna give it to us like fully. Like they're gonna start making them just to see how
You want to
popular
make
they
your
become.
avatars more optimized and more user friendly and stuff. Open this to everybody. Let people make their own shit and buy stuff if they
Yeah.
want to.
I mean, I feel like it must just be like twofold like worry for them. Like one, it stops
Yeah.
people from making malicious like things like waiters and like crashers stuff, whatever like that.
They can
And it
force approve
also
it, but-
helps them to they can get money off of this. So it must just be one
Yeah,
more
but-
way for them to get money, which I mean I'm not really too opposed to. It
I'm
really
not
just
fully
depends. Like
opposed.
I would prefer to make stuff myself though.
Yeah. Also, I'm wondering because they show off things you can attach to your model, but I'm wondering if you can make things that have animations on them, like a gun. Like if you can make a gun and have the gun
Oh.
fire if you make a fist or something.
I don't know. They haven't shown anything like that.
They haven't
so
shown
far.
anything
They
like
did
that
show the
yet, but
googly
I would
eyes.
love to see something like that become a thing. Googly eyes
I
could,
think the
could be
googly
pretty
eyes
easy
might
because it's just a fizz bone.
Be animation. Yeah, actually, but their props do have animations on them.
Ooh, how does this impact
The,
performance rating systems?
Oh, okay, right there.
But yeah, no, I'm most concerned about them locking this down to only specific creators, and then
That'll be
making you have to pay for a
$20.
feature. Because then it's going to be like, I'll just make my own avatars and just put on my avatars like I've always been doing. And then
Yep.
it's just going to cause avatars to stay bad in performance. Speaking of performance,
First, such
Yeah.
as, how does this impact the performance rating system? We've done a lot of work to ensure accessories are pretty performant by limiting the number of them you can have on your avatar, as well as carefully managing the specs of each accessory. We can be pretty precise about how much they impact performance. But what happens when you throw a few accessories on an avatar that's right on the line, approaching very poor? Wouldn't that, traditionally, push it over? Well, yes, but the current system doesn't account for that. We think that's okay. For now, but that's a perilous for now. We'll likely continue to iterate on avatar accessories performance. However, it's also likely that we'll take a good look at the performance system in general. While that system is okay, there are a lot of ways it could be doing its job better. In the near future, we'll be tackling this. For now,
Wait,
things
so
might
they're
be
gonna
a
make
little
changes
wonky.
to the performance system? No freaking shot. They're gonna change that?
Not surprised. Especially if they're introducing new ways to make things on your avatar, they're gonna have to make adjustments.
How old is the performances? It's gotta be old. I don't
Since the
think it's
quest,
changed since I started making things.
it's changed a lot in the time that I've played. But that's just because I've been playing for 9 years, I think.
Freaking oldie.
Yeah. But yeah, it's changed a lot. Like when I first started playing, you couldn't have models over 20,000 polys.
Oh yeah.
Like that was the hard limit for PC, not even Quest. Quest wasn't a thing back then. So they become lenient about some things and more strict about other things, and it's just a fine tuning adjustment, trying to make sure that their game is not gonna die. So I get it.
But we're aware of it and absolutely have to tackle it before we can move accessories to some form of UGC. Wait, what about items? Okay, so quick aside. We've been getting a lot of questions about when items will turn into UGC. Someone asks in the comments of every video. We get it. A lot of people are excited about them. So far, nothing has changed. We're still figuring things out. The thing
Nothing
is,
has changed. We still want your money.
accessories are part of figuring those things out too. One of the earliest requests from the community was for us to have wearable items. That, it turns out, led us down quite the rabbit hole. Following through with that request meant answering even more questions. You can see how something like items and all that they affect in VR chat can be, well, complicated. This is what we meant when we said that we need more time to evaluate items. Accessories merely show the complexities of one potential part of that system. Seriously, whenever this question comes up, we can't emphasize enough how complex it is to add a new type of UGC to VR chat. In short, it's still going to be a bit, but we'll keep you updated as we figure things out. But wait,
I mean, at least they're honest.
What's different about items and accessories? Well, you can't wear a shopping cart. But seriously, outside of the simple fact that
So
you put one on and one, you don't, there are several other key differences. For one, accessories have no scripting attached to them. They're not interactable in the same way items are. They also don't have the same limits that items do. So for example, worlds can't limit their usage. Likewise, they travel with you between worlds, unlike items. You don't have to spawn them in every time you travel to a new instance.
Nice.
Accessories are also separated from the inventory, as we thought it makes sense to put them with your avatar, because you'll be putting them on. Well, avatar accessories have a cost. Out of the gate, we'll be throwing some at everyone. Some will be for sale. Some might come in a shop bundle. Some might just be for VR Chat Plus subscribers. We'll see. What about insert
He never
avatar
said some
shaders?
of them will be free.
Yeah, he never did.
He never said some will be free.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I really don't blame them. They do have to make money some way.
I get it.
It helps them to put more work in the game. So,
it's.
I'm not really too upset about
the thing
everything
is,
being costly.
I have no problem with new features being added and charging for new features. The moment you take features that existed and then charge for those features, that's when you have an issue.
Yeah, for real.
So as long as they're building new
everything's
features,
free as long as you make your own avatar. If you can make your own avatar, everything's free.
Absolutely. Except for the assets you buy, potentially, if you're not fully modeling it.
Truesies.
But it's one of those things of you can do the work, you can put all this stuff in, and I'm more than happy to see them selling assets and selling items and selling portal effects and all this stuff. I want them to then open it up and let us do it too. And I know there's reasons that they're not.
How would they
doing
monetize that?
Exactly. Well, let them put it in the VR chat shop.
Or maybe it could just be you could just buy a license to create things.
Yeah, you can buy the license to make those kinds of things. That would be a little shady, I feel. Just because of how the community is run, seeing as how 90% of the stuff in the community is made by us, if not more.
True.
Then the other side of it that I would see is you can make it so that you can create your own that you can use yourself, but no one else can use. And then if you want to be able to let other people use your stuff, you have to go through the VR chat store. Or sell it outside and people buy it in Gumroad or something and add it to their own account.
Yeah.
But that way it's like an avatar. You don't just buy an avatar or make an avatar and then anyone can use it. It's either you make it a public so that anyone can play with it, or you make it a private and then people have to buy it from you.
Yeah.
Another feature
I don't
that
blame them for needing to wait until they kind of figure out how they want to do with this and how the community like reacts first.
Yeah, I'm totally okay with
'Cause it is
them
opening
taking
up
their
Pandora's
time.
box.
You know, I would rather them take their time and make it work well than throw shit against the fan and hope that it sticks. It's a very southern term. I apologize for that. But
No, it's fine.
it's very exciting to see the potential, and I'm hoping that they're willing to tap into that potential and not just locking it down into a service.
They've been doing a
where I'm
lot
at.
with VR chat recently. So much with VR
Yeah.
chat recently. Like adding so much things. Ever since like VRC Plus.
One more
really was
feature of
starting to
VR
lift
chat.
off.
If you are listening to our podcast, if you're one of the few viewers who do watch us, I just have one final request that I know the community has been shouting for forever. Can you please make 3 options for uploading avatars? One of them being public, one of them being private, and one of them being shared. And then shared. And then making it so that you can create a list for your shared avatar or shared avatars. If they only want to have one list, that'd be fine too. Where you can type in a username, and then that username will be allowed to use your avatar as well as you and nobody else. This way, like say you have a Patreon. People are subscribed to your Patreon to gain access to your models, right? You can make it so that they can use your shared model and you add them to the list. And if they stop paying for Patreon, you can take them off the list and they no longer have access to your models. If you find people are abusing private avatars you made, you can remove them from the list, but keep everyone else access to it. If you make a model for your best friend, but your best friend doesn't want to let you log into their account to upload it, you can make it shared so that only you and your best friend can have access to it and no one else can copy it.
Or if they don't know how to upload it on Unity.
Exactly. Like our friend Elifu. You wouldn't have to worry about Elifu uploading it to his own account or having you guys log into his account to upload it, which is a security concern that VRChat says don't fucking do that.
Don't give people your account.
And then they're like, hey, don't give people your account, but we're not going to make it easy for you to do stuff. All you have to do is make a list. Because it already checks if it's a private avatar, if you're on the list. Because I've gone to worlds where people have put pedestals of their private avatars in their world. Don't know why they do that. And then I've clicked on it and it said, only this user can use this.
Dang, then why put it on the pedestal?
That's what I'm saying. But then I go, oh, well, they already can say by username, this avatar can be used. So why not push that further and say multiple people with this avatar or this username can use this? Like Flat can use the Batgirl I use if I uploaded the Batgirl, and I can use the Batgirl, and then Movie can use the Batgirl, but Elifu's not on my list. So Elifu cannot use the Batgirl.
You, Elifu.
Something like that.
You're not allowed.
Something like that. Then
it could also
really
be
lock
like
things down.
It could really be like a whole like Toadily avatar we could have to where like everyone in Toadily could use it.
Exactly.
No
you can lock it down to groups. You can lock it down to usernames. I think that would be a fantastic feature to implement into the system that would fix so many issues people have with the public avatar system. Because there's so many times people make a public avatar and then share it with the one friend they want to have access to it, and then start yelling and complaining when other people start using that avatar because someone forgot to turn off cloning.
Oh, yeah.
Just make it so they can lock down to specific users, and then no one can do that. Personal aside, please, VRChat, can you make that a thing?
Set up here. We know that there will be some edge cases where accessories will look funky. Point them out to us. We'll try to fix some of them, but there will be cases where things just won't line up.
Dang,
When you
funky
give folks the
funky
ability to
Yeah, I
use,
mean
accessories.
that's just gonna
basically
be with
any
avatars
shader,
as a
we
Yeah.
whole.
open the door to potential jank. We'll see what we can do. For the curious, by the way, accessories use our Toon standard shader. We'll be adding
Oh.
some additional functionality to
Oh,
it for the
bruh.
sake of customization, which will also hopefully benefit avatar creators as
I
well.
mean, to be fair, this
Avatar
Toon standard
accessories
is
are built
pretty
for
impressive.
everyone. If you're the kind of person who buys an avatar from the marketplace,
All my
or you're the kind
avatars
of
are
user
in
who doesn't mind
Boltoon.
cranking open Unity and
My
smashing
avatar
together a
uses the
few
Toon shader.
assets, or you're just someone who uses a public avatar you found, we wanted to make sure that accessories add something to VR chat for you. They're powerful, easy to use, and a little silly. Look at those eyes. We're excited for you to play with them and to see where we'll take this system.
Hold up, he has
in
a
the future.
true.
As always,
Yeah.
thanks for loving VR chat as much as we do. I'll see you next time.
All right. That's a very
Yeah, very
exciting
impressive. I like it. I like their ideas.
Stuff. Yeah.
Like where they're going with things. They are really like feels like they're innovating like every single day.
Yeah. Which is great because back in the day, it was so stagnant. I'm glad to see they're actually hiring people who are actually making things happen. So, thank you guys. You did good. Very excited
This time.
this time. For now. As
yeah,
you guys
but the
put
second
it.
you say anything else about age verification, I'm gonna be right back on my shiz.
Yeah. Well, unless they say we're removing it
Yeah.
or we're doing it entirely differently.
Yeah, we're doing it differently in a safer way
Yeah.
that will not put
Be
all your
invasive,
information
yeah.
out for someone to sell.
Well,
They still are working with Persona, unfortunately.
I'm very excited by the potential of this feature. And I know that there is a lot of good vibes coming from this. And there's also concerns if they do keep it a lockdown system like they currently have for their props. Or their items, as they call them. But
Uh-huh. I think they need time though for it though, for sure.
yeah,
To
and
like figure out
I'm
how
willing.
it's going to influence.
I'm willing to give that time. I'm not one of those people that's like, "How dare you make this and not immediately give it?" You know, I don't care. It's cool. I'm glad to see new features. I'm willing to continue investing in a company that's willing to put effort towards their community, and it seems like they're doing
Absolutely. I love my VR Chat Plus subscription that I got, and I am still putting money into it.
So yeah,
Ever since like before, I think when we first started this podcast, I'm like, I'm not giving money. I'm not giving my VRC. I'm not giving them my money for a VRC Plus subscription. And then I
yes,
did it. I'm like, okay, actually, maybe I should keep giving them my money.
yes. Let me see when we're coming up on our next, because we do events. You know, we do events quite often.
Do
They
we?
happen.
Do we do events?
We
No
do events
way.
quite often. And for the people who are watching this on YouTube, I do apologize. This next bit is probably going to be outdated by the time you see this. But I want to make a quick announcement to our community before I make the announcement to our community in the actual Discord of the next movie we are going to be watching for the Toadily Cinema, which is
Oh,
going to be on
really? What
April
is it?
4th. We are going to be watching Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, wow. Wait, why are we watching? Oh, wait. That's great. That's amazing.
That's the very 1st
Wasn't
one. Yeah.
there? Yeah. I was gonna say like, wait, why are we watching the second one? Yeah. That's
No, the
great.
first one.
Yeah, I know. I forgot what the second one was called.
But
But-
it was Into the Spider-Verse, and then it was Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. But I'm so glad we're watching that movie. It is so good. I thoroughly enjoyed watching it,
Yes.
and I love Spider-Man, so I cannot wait to see this again. I am so happy to watch it again.
Yeah.
Anyone who has
it's one of
not
the-
watched it needs to watch it.
Yes. And you could watch it too if you join us in our Discord community. Discord.gg/TVR. We do monthly movie nights. And if you have events that you want to host on your own, you're also welcome to do that through our calendar. We are looking for other community leaders who like to host events to come to our community and add their events to our calendar so we can have a comprehensive calendar of things going on. And we are going to be implementing a lot of our stuff into our VR chat group as well, especially when they finally release the ability to make events that reoccur. Because God knows I'm terrible about going on VR chat, just the VR chat website, just to make events.
Yeah, I know I won't do that.
Yeah.
I'll wait till they
So
put the reoccurring too. I'll
I'm
do it
waiting.
here on
I'm
Discord.
waiting
I
until
won't do
they
it on there.
reoccur. Yep. So once they got the recurring going, you'll see our events posted there on VR Chat in TVR.2006, or you can just look up Totally VR in the search. So we would love to have you in our community. We'd love to have you hanging out here. We're constantly chilling, playing games, watching films, watching anime. It's a lot of good fun. So
Yeah, please come join us.
yeah. And then I would like to close this off with the thing that we always love to do, where we share a game that means a lot to us. I did make a mistake and I forgot to pull up trailers for them, so let me do that real quick. Do you want to talk about
Yes,
your game
please do.
first, and then I'll pull
Yeah,
up the trailer
I
while
can
you're
start.
speaking?
Now, this is actually the game I've actually kind of gotten stuck into this game over the past few weeks. I started playing it. I'm like, this is just a phase. I'm not going to play this game any more than like a couple hours. And then it like turns out like all of yesterday for 8 hours straight, I was playing this game. So the game I'm talking about is actually Marvel Rivals. It is a PvP hero shooter, which I kind of played a bunch of Overwatch, which is why I was like, I'm not gonna get into this because if I want to play a hero shooter, I'm gonna go play Overwatch again, even though it's not super good. But Marvel Rivals is incredible. It is very, very fun, very addicting. It's I don't know how to explain it. If you've played a hero shooter, then you know what this is. It's just two sides either escorting something or holding a point. I play a lot of competitive on there primarily.
Hmm.
I only play Emma Frost. She is my favorite character. I also know very little about Marvel comics. I
Oh, that's fair.
did not I did not do a lot of comic reading at all, but I did watch a lot of MCU movies.
Well,
So I'm
that.
technically an expert.
Oh hell, man! I was about to say, if you haven't really
That's more
been
than
in
you,
the Marvel
right?
scene, I've seen some of the Marvel movies. I haven't seen a lot of them,
Oh, well, I've seen like them
but
all, so I'm definitely more than you then.
I've read some of the comics back in the day, so
Oh,
I have
grandpa.
some experience. My dad was a collector of some of the series, so
Uh, yeah, but anyways, a really fun, amazing game. They have so many heroes right now, like over like 40 or 50 heroes.
yeah. I was gonna
And
say,
every single day I find myself playing it.
because you're not super into Marvel, what specifically about this game, despite it you not being a Marvel fan, is like what draws you to keep playing?
It might actually just be the characters, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
They every single freaking match, like every character has like an interaction with someone. And
Hmm.
it's just like it opens up stuff for me where I'm like, wow, I might actually want to like read comics from this person or know more about this character.
Oh, that's
And
really good marketing
that
then.
yeah, that along with the actual gameplay, because that gameplay is a really good portion of it too. It's very fun, very satisfying. They did just release season 7, which I started playing like half of last season at like season 6.5,
Hmm.
and I felt like I was kind of a little late to the party, but I really wasn't. I missed a few skins, but still the game is very fun. Actually really good in it, thankfully. An
You are a
overall
pretty good gamer,
amazing
so
game.
you heard it
Yeah,
here
I
first.
I do play a lot of competitive games,
You
so
do.
I am pretty good at this one. Really fun game. I hope everyone tries it out, even if you do not like Marvel as a like, you know, entertainment thing. It's still just overall fun.
Okay. And you would say the characters is what makes it really stand out versus other ones like
Oh,
this?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I really I don't know much about Marvel, like much at all, other than just like the MCU movies. But like through this, I've learned so much about random Marvel characters.
Yeah. Like
and,
some of these that they're showing
and they're
off, I haven't
very interesting.
recognized.
Yeah, and they all have like things you can read, and the more you like play a character, the more they kind of give you like more information of their own like kind of lore about it. I
Yeah.
think I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really good with like Marvel lore, but it feels like a lot of the lore they wrote in here is kind of like made from themselves, I guess.
Hmm.
I don't know how true that is, but very good story, very good characters, and very good gameplay.
Hell yeah.
Very addicting too. Easy to spend over 8 hours of your life in this in one day.
Nice. And then I have a game that actually can be played in VR for our VR fans out here.
Oh,
It's
thank goodness,
called
finally.
Phasmophobia.
No
Flat and I have played
way.
this tons. Flat plays it more in VR than I do. I just find the VR controls to not be as convenient as the desktop ones. But for people who don't have VR, you can play this. For people who do have VR, you can make it even spookier. But imagine you're watching Ghost Hunters or a show like Ghost Hunters where you see people going into a haunted house and pulling out the EMF readers and the recorders and trying to catch the ghost in the action, like get video footage of it or get audio of it and that kind of stuff. And that's exactly what this is. You are the ghost hunter. You're the one going into the houses. You're the one seeing the spooky ghost writing things on walls and uh, pulling, uh, summoning circles and all like blood, and you'll see crosses flip upside down. Pretty creepy stuff. Man, they're showing off a lot of stuff I haven't seen in the game in this
That's what I'm saying.
trailer.
I'm watching this trailer and I'm like, what the frick? Did they add this shiz while I stopped playing?
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Like the writing on the ceiling and stuff. That was interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know that they wrote 3 to 4. The ghost would write 3 to 4 player co-op on the ceiling. That's crazy.
Oh, you know what? That's actually true. That's probably just for the trailer. But
Yeah.
but it is cool because you can like pull a Ouija board out and you're like, "Where are you?" And the Ouija board will start moving and literally say where it is. There was a funny meme I'm sure you've probably seen on the internet where guys were like, "How many pickles can you shove up your ass?" And it was like 941, and they started screeching.
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
pretty
or you could
fun.
do my favorite thing to do with the Ouija board. Let's play hide and seek.
Oh my god, yeah, you can definitely cause a lot of problems and danger. But the whole thing is, as you're hunting this ghost and as you're trying to figure out, because your goal is not to capture it, your goal is not to exercise it, your goal is to figure out what kind of ghost is it, and then get the hell out of there because someone else is gonna exercise that shit, not you.
Yeah, you're just there to see that there is a ghost.
Yeah, you're trying to make sure there actually is one, and then what kind it is, because you're really good at figuring that out, so that other people can figure out how to exercise it. And let me say, there are some really good jump scares. Once you play a lot of it, because I've probably got a couple 100 hours in this, maybe a little bit more than that. You kind of get numb to the jump scare stuff, and it more becomes like a game rather than experience. But
Yeah,
it's still a lot of fun.
yeah, I've
It's
got like
still so much fun.
127 hours. I stopped playing because I just played so much of it because it's so
Mm-hmm.
addicting.
It was
And it's
so
just,
much
it kind of
fun.
like numbed me to it.
Yeah, and they're still working on it too, which is another thing that's really exciting. Is they've got huge updates in the works. Like they've been redesigning some of the old maps that they've done. They just redesigned the very first map to Tanglewood. I know that was very divisive with a lot of players, but I think it looks fantastic. It looks kind of like an old grandparents' house where they've got like a train set in the basement that you can play with, and they've got like
Oh,
rocking
it's
chairs and stuff.
Englewood.
Yeah.
Let me see. I wait, is that the one with the very long hallway as soon as you walk in?
No. That's what was the name of that one?
Oh, is this the one where it has like the stairs to your right and then a hallway down the center and then a room to your left?
Maybe. It's the one where people
Trying
would
to.
use the kitchen to loop.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, honestly, they needed to rework that one. I hated that one.
Yeah. So that one's been completely redone. This is the trailer for that, so you can see what it kind of looks like. But
Yeah, I think that is the long hallway one.
oh, when you first come in, there's like the rooms to the left.
Yeah. That is the long hallway one. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually like that one. Actually, no, I don't want them to rework that one. I thought you were talking about the one where it has like a garage with the truck in it.
No,
I
no,
hate
no.
that one so
No, this
much.
is the one that has the kitchen and the dining room right across from the kitchen. and then you got the big room with the TV, right at the very end of the hall.
Doesn't
Yeah.
look super different. Oh well, okay, the kitchen.
The kitchen is
Kitchen
reworked,
shows.
yeah.
I'm just like, okay, yeah,
But
that's
the
pretty
house for
different.
the most part is the same layout. You can see they got a whole train station down there now, which is kind of cool. You can literally play with it and have it drive around and things. It's a really, really beautiful version of the map. And the whole reason they changed it was because the old map was using Unity store assets, and
Oh,
they wanted to make it
oh,
their own
yeah.
stuff. So I get it. And then the other big thing is they have a plan this year to both add character customization and a rework of all the horror aspects.
Brother, good luck. I'd like to see that shiz happen.
So they're
That's
planning on
gonna be
changing.
hard.
They're planning on changing all the way the horror works. So there's gonna be new interactions, new types of scares, all kinds of stuff. So I'm very excited to see what comes forward with it. But it is a great experience and very spooky when you're playing in VR.
Yes, for sure. That is the only way to play it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You have to play it in VR. It's the
If you
best.
have VR,
Not
at
only can you
least try
hold
it
an extra
once.
hand.
If you have VR,
Yeah.
at least try it once. You will not regret. Corona says, I've been waiting for them to update that
They update
game.
it pretty often though,
Yeah.
don't they?
I mean like the major update instead of the small map updates? Or ooh. Oh yeah, the major update to like the way the spooks and stuff happen. Yeah. That should be happening this year, so big excitement.
Yeah, maybe I'll play it again after that one. I need it to be different because I'm just too used to it.
Yeah, I get that entirely. They added
It's
3
so
new
good
ghost
though.
types. They added another map. It's got a diner now. That's really fun.
Because we'd always do like nightmare and
Yeah.
without like an extra evidence, and I feel like we just always got it right. 'Cause it was we're just so used to it.
Yeah, it's definitely gotten very interesting and very spooky and fun. But I'm excited to see where it goes from here.
For real.
All right. Well, I believe that does everything. Oh, it's 30% off on Steam right now. Well, there you go. It probably won't be in 2 weeks when I upload this, but
It actually ends March 26th, so
it won't be in 1 week when I have yet to
yeah.
upload this, but it goes on sale quite often. You can also go to websites that resell Steam keys like a Neba, and they probably have it for a good price. Let me pull that up real quick and just see.
Yeah.
Phasmophobia. It's $18 on a Neba right now.
Dang. Hey Contro.
Yeah.
What does Zycu have to say about this?
Yeah, what does Zycu have to say? Let's cut to Zycu real quick and oh yeah.
Zyke, oh yeah, he's not here.
Oh
I
no.
forgot. I forgot.
Man, Zyke, you were being so quiet
Well,
this whole time. I can't believe.
yeah, I thought he was just being quiet. He just wasn't here.
Well, it's been a pleasure, and we'd love to have you hang out with us. He's invisible. Invincible. No, invisible. Yeah, yeah.
No one hears a word.
Yes, sir.
Anyways,
As we get hit with a DMCA.
yeah, no humming music allowed. They will get your
All right.
Thanks so much for showing up, everyone.
Yeah, thank you so
As
much for
Contra
hanging
was saying
out.
before I cut him
And
off, you
yeah,
can
thank you so
join
much for
us
hanging out,
at
guys. Go ahead. You got this. You can do the
Oh,
plug.
me. Okay. You can join us at discord.gg/TVR. We do events pretty much like almost every day here. You can catch us at one of our
At least twice a week.
yeah, at least like it's way more than that. Because we usually have a Wednesday event, a Thursday event, a Friday event, a Saturday, sometimes a Saturday event, and then every other Sunday we're gonna have our
A
VR
live
podcast here.
podcast.
Yes, where you can join and say stuff and yap and say whatever, and we'll respond. Otherwise, join us on VR chat as well. Join our group at TVR.2006. You can join us for our Haggy nights, our game nights, our World Hop events, all
And
sorts
who
of
knows, you might
things.
catch so many of us playing fish. And you can come
Yeah,
fish
you
with
might catch
us.
Contro playing fish.
I'm not that into it, I'm only level 320, okay?
God dang, brother. How many levels are there in that game?
Over 1,000.
Oh, wow. Shaking my head. You don't even.
I'm
You're
not
not
even
even like
close.
halfway there,
Yeah,
bruh.
there's a special
You need to
rod that you
level up.
get when you get to level 500 that I've been slowly working towards, but that's like the last reward you get other than the title of God of the Sea if you get to level 1,000.
Other than the title of nerd.
Yes. So it's a lot of fun, but we would love to have you hang out with us. But we're gonna head out and do our own things and probably eat some food or something. So thanks for chilling.
Yippers.
We'll see you all next
Thanks,
time.
everyone. Bye bye.